Hi, Rebels. I want to talk about the word that I think is commonly overused today. And I also honestly think that it is a word that many don't know what it really means to experience. And I'll share a little bit about my personal story and about truly living into that word, how that has transformed my life. Any guesses on what that word is? The word is authenticity. And if right now you're like, oh, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's an overused word. And what does it really mean to live authentically? I'll share with you a little of a story. I was looking for some pictures to send to one of my client groups, and I was going, if you can believe it, I have some of the my old albums. Do you remember when we used to print pictures and put them in albums? Used to be so organized with that. And I was looking for a picture and I stumbled upon a picture of myself. Maybe I was 19, 20, and I'm at the beach with a towel over my hands. And I'm just like looking flirtatiously at the camera, and I'm wearing red bikini. And when I saw that picture, I wasn't looking for it. I just thought, man, that picture is so me. And what do I mean? It's that free spirit, that like beach loving, sunshine loving child that wants to get her feet into the water and have fun. And since a little kid, I was always very playful, very mischievous. I always had fantastic ideas. I don't think my parents always thought so or agreed that they were fantastic. But I had that inner sense of curiosity. I wanted to try things and understand things. And I asked a lot of questions. I was a very high energy and I was like loud. I love to sing. And very frequently got the feedback of, you're too loud. You should tone it down. You've got way too much energy. Like, be quiet. Don't ask so many questions. And interestingly, as I was growing up, I got a lot of that feedback in school. I got a lot of that feedback when I got into corporate. And you have to remember, I stepped into the world of finance, which is not really the most well-known world for fun and excitement and be your authentic self. It is very structured, and the numbers have to match. And now when I think about it, reflecting, I'm like, wow, how on earth did I get into finance? Because again, I'm such a free loving spirit. So throughout my life, I thought, you know what, there is something wrong with me, and I need to alter my behavior, and I need to alter who I am in order to better fit in order to be like everybody else who is around me. And I did. And I did a pretty good job out of it. I think towards the end of my corporate career, I think I did a great job of fitting into the corporate stereotype of finance. And to be honest with you, I never really thought about it. It never really bothered me. Um, I was tired, I was exhausted, I was very stressed out, but I truthfully thought that was the price of success. So, fast forward, I jump into entrepreneurship, and I jump as, really has nothing to do with authenticity, or so I thought. I jump into this following my passion for movement. I start with a classical Pilates studio. And then from there, a journey that I had no idea was coming unfolded. And the journey was a result of how my life unfolded, of all of the things that didn't work out the way that I wanted them to work out, as a result of that same curiosity and asking questions and researching and reading, and working with people. Slowly the puzzle pieces started coming together. And when I started diving into the mindset work, I started having that deep, profound awareness of, wow, there was so much of me that I left behind in order to live a life of expectations, truly. That stereotypical definition of success, of how we should climb the ladder, of how we should push hard, how we should work hard. I did it because, again, those were the expectations. And I truthfully did not think that I have options to live any different way. And it was entrepreneurship and my journey unfolding there that got me to realize that our the kid in us, that small child, that inner child, is like the seed of an onion. And then on top of that seed, there are so many layers of what our family tells us, what our community tells us, what our religion tells us, what our culture tells us, what our corporate or whatever work tells us to do. How do we fit in? And we slowly start adapting, and each adaptation is at the sacrifice of who we truly are. And this may or may not resonate with you, but I ask you, if you think about the best time of your life, um, think about how you behave differently and think about the energy that you had there, the way you felt in your body, the way you felt in your spirit. And ask yourself, is that the same today? Are you feeling with great energy and vibrancy? And if you're playful, are you playful? Or if you're a naturally playful person, are you like, oh, I can't really be playful? So are there places where you're misaligned with who you're meant to be? And I'll tell you, my return to authenticity, again, was not intentional. It was my journey unfolding. And I'm looking through some of the pictures now from photo shoots. And I see that same energy that I saw in that 19, 20-year old who was all about fun and embracing life and dancing the night away and hanging out with friends and being loving and carefree. And then tried so hard to fit in. And what I will tell you is that the difference of authenticity is not theoretical. It is very much felt into our body, into our nervous system, into how we show up in the world, into how we serve, no matter what it is that we do. So authenticity, yes, I think nowadays it's like a big buzzword. Everybody wants to be authentic. I think very few people tap truly into authenticity. And I think you can truly see who are those people who live authentically, again, because of their energy, their frequencies, their contagious passion for life. So I ask you to reflect, because I am telling you, once you step into authenticity, there's no going back. Despite the fact that it can be uncomfortable, despite the fact that you will get judged, despite the fact that some people will leave you behind, and all of those things that are happening, they're leading us forward towards creating an environment that suits who we are. And how often do we create an environment when we try so hard to fit in, even though when our heart and soul and body is screaming, get me out of here? So I would love to hear what you think about the authenticity and get the conversation going. Personally, I think authenticity is a place of vitality, freedom, happiness, playfulness, a place where you're truly your rebellious self. All of that said, I wish you a happy Friday and I will see you next time. Stay rebellious.